The next thing that is beyond the ken of a jury is what's called the furtive movement defense. Furtive movement. Can anybody tell me what furtive means?
Can you show us how to spell?
Oh, yes. Furtive movement. Anybody know what furtive means?
Nope.
That's all right. That's all right. I had to look it up myself to make sure. Furtive itself is a secretive movement. Is like a really sneaky movement. Something you're doing that ain't exactly right. A furtive. This defense, the case law derives from a guy named George Frenzel, who was with Los Angeles Police Department as an attorney. And what he discovered, and this, well, remember we came back to affirmative defense, I was describing that? This is one of the clearest cases of affirmative defense. Affirmative defense. Where with a furtive movement,
it does sound like affirmative.
you're affirming, yes, I deliberately shot somebody, but yes, it was justifiable based on these given criteria. So, can anybody guess what a furtive movement is?
Justifiable.
What a furtive movement itself is. Everybody looks like they're drawing a blank. It's cool. It's cool. This is why we go over this, and this is why we present this kind of discoverable evidence to a jury. A furtive movement is when somebody makes a movement that looks like they're going for a weapon. The important part of this defense is it does not hinge upon whether a weapon was present. The weapon does not have to be there. They do not actually have to be going for a weapon. The guy who got shot acted consistently with reaching for a weapon. This is significant because here's a case that probably everybody remember about 1999, 2000, those 4 New York cops shot that guy going for his wallet.
Yeah.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Because this is why we go over this, because this is beyond the ken. This is beyond the common knowledge of the public, of the average juror. Furtive movement. I haven't seen the decision on that, but I bet you it was based on this. Because if 4 guys are pointing a gun at you and you reach into your pocket, that's pretty dumb. That's not a smart thing to do. The ways to make a strong case, the ways to show that the furtive movement, that you saw a furtive movement. Credible witnesses have to say that the alleged movement, that the movement you say you saw, has to be consistent with a draw stroke, with drawing a gun or producing a weapon, say if we're talking about a contact weapon, consistent with a draw stroke that you've seen on the range many, many times. That's A. 2 other things, B and C. You notice I put a big old "or" on the worksheets for B and C. That means either B or C can apply. You don't have to have both of them. It'd be nice, but you don't have to have both of them. B is the suspect. In fact, you probably can't have both of them. B is the suspect was duly warned. D-U-L-Y. That's a horrible D, but it's a D. Duly warned. In fact, I'll actually write that so it's legible. Duly warned. Duly warned to not move.
Mm-hmm.
You got to tell them, if you got that gun on them, don't you move. So now they know. They've been told, don't move. So if you have a gun on somebody and they move, they probably think they can do something to you and not get shot. Or the defendant had reason to believe that the movement was not for an innocent purpose. See, not innocent purpose. In other words, reaching for your wallet or your ID. Again, it's the standard of reasonableness that we've gone over. The reasonableness in the moment. The reasonableness of split-second judgments. The reasonableness of the mindset you have at the time. That's all what it comes down to. You reasonably believe you've got a gun on somebody, and he goes, well, I'll just show him my wallet. And he reaches like that. No, man, I'm just going for my wallet. And he reaches like that.
I'm shooting them.
That, yeah.